Nselmilkom nilqakom għal programm ieħor Kuxjenza llum programm li fil-ferma tiegħi vera interessanti għaliex sibt persuni li huma ta' nazzjonalità barranija imma jħobbu ħafna lil Malta u saħansitra hemm il-maġġoranza tagħhom ukoll talmu l-Malti imma veru huma nies illi qegħdin fuq is-social media uħud minnhom żgur ħatarfuhom. Mela, għandi lil Michael Kilby, Michael huwa minn Londra, huwa Ingliż, imma ilu jgħix Malta. How long have you been here?
Nearly 2 years now.
Eżatt, ilu hawnhekk sentejn, jgħallem l-Ingliż imma huwa wkoll mudell. Charmaine Mizzi hija Ingliża u tifhem u titkellem bil-Malti. Għandi Lejk Ahmed Atif ilu Malta 17-il sena huwa kap tal-komunità, eżatt, u jifhem u jaqra u jitkellem bil-Malti, talmu u anka igradwa wkoll. U għandi TikToker illi dan l-aħħar qed jiġbed ħafna fama li jismu Jeffrey Antonio huwa mill-Filippini, ilu Malta sena u wkoll iħobb ħafna l-Malti qed jipprova jitgħallem il-Malti. U x'hekk? Qed titgħallem mela?
Ftit.
Ftit. Mela u bonġu? U bonġu?
Bonġu.
U wara nofsinhar.
Wara nofsinhar it-tajjeb.
Hekk laqani, wara nofsinhar it-tajjeb. Ħanibda b'Michael. Michael ilu nsegwih fuq TikTok, ilu jgħix hawnhekk kif għadu kif qal sentejn, imma iħobb ħafna lil Malta. U iggustajtu meta mar iżur pajjiżu u bagħad dan it-TikTok. Naraw l-ewwel TikTok ta' Michael Kilby.
Been back in London less than 24 hours. I'm super proud of the place with homeless people everywhere. My sister got her phone stolen yesterday. You have got to stop complaining about living in Malta. You don't know how lucky you've got it. You really don't. I don't want to hear it anymore, guys. The facts speak for themselves. I'm sorry. But you've got to appreciate what you've got. Or at least travel. Put things in perspective, okay? See you later.
Michael, I love this clip because yes, Maltese do complain and they feel they don't, and I know you get this feeling and this vibe that Maltese are not happy sometimes because we're too small, we're crowded. But you went to London and you gave us that video.
Yes.
Why?
May I first of all say grazie tavna tali etil auna.
Very good.
Auni.
Thank you.
Yes, so I would just come out of the pub with a friend. We meet up once a year in London. And I'd just come back from Malta. I hadn't been home for about 7 months. And the contrast, mainly of how I feel, the feeling in the air in London is so very different to how I feel in Malta. But it's very important to say I'm not anti-London or anti-the UK. I'm just pro-Malta. I just love my life here. And I know this video has been very sort of controversial. I like to be quite direct in my approach. But as I say, who would have thought that being super positive about Malta could be so controversial in itself?
But it's interesting because you come like Charmaine and like all of you actually from huge countries and you have more space and to access the sea is a bit more difficult, like especially from London, but greener areas and more spaces. But you come to Malta and you say you miss it so much.
Yes, exactly. I can walk out and go for a stroll along the Slima promenade, and at the moment I get back, I'm so happy to be back in Malta, to have that, to see people walking their dogs, the buzz of chatter in the air, and I'm afraid that just isn't the atmosphere in England anymore, or not currently at the moment anyway.
In fact, let us watch another video of yours where you appreciate the sea. Let us watch another video.
Okay. Guys, I'm home, and I've missed you so much. So much. Never get tired of this. Never.
So explain to me, please. So how come you called Malta your home? You've only been here 2 years. How come?
Yes, because I'm proud of the move I made here. None of my family have any connection to Malta. So this was very much my adventure. I wasn't satisfied in the UK, and I wanted to make a fresh start. And it does feel like home now. Obviously, I love seeing my family, visiting my niece especially, who I miss. But when I come back here now, I feel I feel like I'm at home. I really do.
So how big is your family in the UK? In fact, look, there are some of your pictures as
Yes, there we go. That was in Gozo, actually. Family of 5. The only person who hasn't been out yet is my sister. It's my mum there.
That's your mom, right?
My parents absolutely loved it. My dad, I think his words were, I wish I was 30 years younger, starting a life out here like you are. So he absolutely loved it. My mum, too. So it's just my sister who hasn't been out. We've got to get her out this year.
So you're going to stay here. This is not just a visit, a temporary
If
visit.
Malta will have me. I don't know if the TikToks get so controversial that, I don't know. But yeah,
Yes,
for
because
as long as I'm
sometimes you're
welcome.
cheeky and people do not understand the irony, that's why.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that you do these TikToks, wow, Malta's so crowded, and you go in when there's nobody.
I know, I appreciate I'm a bit provocative. The thing is, I'm totally apolitical. I can only speak from my own subjective experience. And I don't want to invalidate other people who have complaints because everyone's experience is different. But what I am is I'm honest when I talk to the camera. I'm honest about my experience and my feelings here. And as I say, I feel so good most of the time. I have the urge to pick the camera up and share it. And to be honest, in the UK, if you pick your camera up to film something, there's a high chance you'll lose your phone these days. So,
Charmaine, now I'm going to
Sure.
switch to Maltese. Charmaine, mela, Michael huwa bħalek Ingliż. Taqbel miegħu tħoss dak li qed jgħid inti li issa tgħix hawnhekk?
Fil-fatt, jien immur tnejn darbit fis-sena lura Liverpool għax it-tifel tiegħi hemm jgħix issa. Kont hemm meta ċempiltli fil-fatt. Però ġimgħa biżżejjed u rrid niġi lura.
Il-laħwa.
Immur tliet darbit fis-sena vera, imma ġimgħa u rrid niġi lura. Nkun lesta biex niġi lura.
U għaliex taħseb?
Ma nafx għax naħseb tant kemm drajtaw il-ħbib tiegħi hawn issa, ma tantx għandi familja tiegħi kollha mietu issa jien biss baqa' li fit-tifel ovvja. Allura nħossni ħoma issa.
U qatt ma ħsibta naf li taħdem hawn Malta inti, qatt ma ħsibta tgħid issa nerġa' lura ngħix l-Ingilterra.
Le, żgur li le.
U xi tħoss hawn Malta għaliex tħossok daqshekk komda tant li tallimt sew il-Malti għalhekk iltqajt miegħek fuq ix-xogħol u għadt il-laħwa dik hemm indurajt li inti Ingliża imma għadt il-laħwa l-Malti tiegħek perfett.
Insomma, perfett.
Tajjeb, ħafna l-Malti tiegħek.
Għandi daqsxejn problema fis maskilu femminil.
Ma jimpurtax.
Le, bdejt nitkellem, forsi probabbli bdejt nifhem ħafna. Bdejt nitkellem meta mort l-isptar, naħdem l-isptar. Kont nintaqa' ma' ħafna nies li jiġu l-isptar u jgħidu ma nafx bl-Ingliż, allura speċi biex ngħinhom ħassejt il-bżonn li nibda nitkellem.
Kif tallimtu ġifieri l-Malti inti?
Ma nafx, naħseb it grew on me.
Mhux mort xi lezzjonijiet.
No.
Il-laħwa.
No.
Proset,
U xi kultant nixtieq għax nixtieq nitgħallem nikteb. Naqra jekk inħares lejn gazzetta jew ktib biżejjed ninduna xemm. Imma nasib biex nikteb daqsxejn iżjed diffiċli.
Issa għandi persuna ħdejk lejk Atif ilu Malta 17-il sena u lejk tant iħobb il-Malta u tant iħobb il-kitba Maltija jien niftakrek għadek qed tistudja. Issa llum fejn wasalt fil-Malti, llum titkellem, tikteb fil-gazzetti.
Iva, l-ewwel nirringrazzjak Marija l-istedina tiegħek. Jien nemmen li meta l-bniedem imur xi pajjiż fi xi pajjiż biex jgħix, l-ewwel u qabel kollox lingwa hija importanti għax lingwa hija għodda mill-aqwa biex il-bniedem jisprimi ruħu biex jifhem is-soċjetà, jifhem il-kultura dak il-pajjiż, in-nazzjon, in-nies ta' madwaru u mingħajr lingwa ma tistax tifhem eżatt kif inhi għax il-mod Maltin jitkellmu bil-Malti ma jistawx jisprimu ruħu bil-Ingliż, anke jafu, imma l-aħjar. U jien nassew bil-Malti, ħafna nies jgħidu li ħabib tiegħi jien naf Malti iktar minn ħafna Maltin, jiċċajtaw, imma nikteb ħafna u inħobb nitkellem iktar bil-Malti mill-Ingliż u nisprimi ruħi ħafna aħjar bil-Malti mill-Ingliż għax lingwa Maltija hija lingwa sinjura. It's a very rich language. U għandha ħafna qawil idjomi, klim, li fi kelma tista' tgħid l-istorja, jew sentenza. Bil-Ingliż ma tistax. Ħafna drabi hemm sentenza sħiħa bil-lingwa oħra u bil-Malti tajda b'kelma jew kelmatejn.
Issa inti mill-Pakistan, jiġifieri l-lingwa Pakistana għal-lingwa Maltija hija differenti ħafna.
Iva, kompletament differenti għax fil-Pakistan nitkellmu Urdu huwa differenti. Imma jien talimt ukoll l-Arbi għax jien bħala l-imam biex insir imam huwa kien importanti li nitgħallem l-Arbi u nistudja il-Koran u anke il-diskorsi tal-Addis Profeta Muhammad paċi tkun miegħu li kienu kollha bil-Arbi għalhekk tallimt. Imma meta ġejt f'Malta, Malti kif taf sew li hija mhix mill-Arbi klassika. Hija minn dialetti differenti. Għalhekk meta konx nitkellem kon dejjem inħallet Malti bl-Arbi. Imbagħad deċidejt li jekk għandi biex nibqa' hawnhekk u nitkellem mal-Maltin huwa aħjar li ninsa għal ftit l-Arbi. Iva, l-Arbi huwa f'moħħi imma insejta ħlejta ma' ġemb għal xi żmien sabiex ikun aħjar bil-Malti. U għalhekk bil-mod wassalt fejn illum.
Wasalt tajjeb ħafna jiena l-aħħar li kellimtek u intervistajtek naħseb kien xi 15-il sena ilu u ma kontx taf bil-Malti, niftakrek qed tistudjah. Imma issa-llum għamilt proset tassew. Issa, hemmhekk għandna l-Jeffrey. Jeffrey huwa mill-Filippini, ilu Malta għal sena u qed isir popolari bit-TikTok. Let us watch one of your TikToks, okay? That is really recent and it's really gaining a lot of popularity.
Viva Malta, will Malti, dillart hital albini, dillart hewa kolla shems, zurfi dinja bala mems, meleja naito viva Malta, Malta will Malti, al dillart hananamlu kollos, kollos u bil-qal viva dillart, l'art tal-Malti, viva dillart, l'art tal-Malti.
Tistaw tapprezzaw kemm hu ħelu ġifieri l-Malti tiegħu. First of all, congratulations. Compliments on your voice. It's really good. And I'm sure that when Freddie Portelli, the singer of this song, he's gonna love it. And I hope that one day maybe you'll sing this together. How come you managed to articulate the Maltese so well in this song? Of course, I think you had it written somewhere. How did you manage to do it?
One of my friends introduced me the song, the Viva Malta. And then I search it in the Google and I see Viva Malta there, and there's a lyrics. And then there's a translation as well in English. So I come to know the meaning of the song and I fell in love with it. So I said, I will give a try. Even I'm not a singer, I'll try to sing it. And then in one night, I heard the song like 100 times. So I will get the right pronunciations. I played a lot of times, and then the following day, I recorded as like I give it all my.
You gave it your all.
Yeah, I give it all my all.
So my question is, like I asked Michael before, why do you want to speak Maltese? And why do you love Malta? What is it that you really want to integrate and you want to learn the language?
When I came to Malta, then I see the people are loving. And I see the Maltese people that they're like us, Filipinos, that if we are working, we work hard. Just we give our whole heart in the job. So, and then in terms of the language, of course, if you want to give respect for the people of Malta, the Maltese people, you need to learn their language. So even though sometimes it's very like it's good to speak with them with Maltese because they feel like we feel at home, like we can speak together with Maltese, so not only by English but with your native language, the Maltese.
And of course, the Filipino language and the Maltese language, of course, it's so different. So what feedback do you get from maybe your co-workers or people that meet you, that you're really trying to integrate by learning more the Maltese language?
Every time I speak to them with small Maltese I know, they seems to be happy. And even like 2 words, 3 words only like that, they will smile at you. Oh, you're learning Maltese. Yes, I said ed Italian mel Malti.
And what more words do you know? It's really sweet when you hear a foreigner really trying.
I know the numbers. Should I tell it?
Yeah, mela.
Okay, like Wehed, Itnain, Leta, Erba, Hamsa, Sita, Saba, Temenya, Seba, because Saba is for Arabic. Seba, Temenya, Tiza, Asra.
Proset, tassew, eh? Proset, ħafna. And do you understand more rather than speaking? You are getting the language, which is, of course, not easy.
Yes, right now I understand more than speaking it, and sometimes I can speak more the Maltese when I'm reading it, because right now I'm trying to learn the Maltese speaking and all together as the reading it, because sometimes hearing it is different when you properly read it, because on reading you can pronounce it properly.
Of course, it's a big change from your country to Malta. How do you feel? Do you feel like Michael, or there are things that like, oh, I miss the Philippines. I wish I go back. How is your situation at the moment?
For me, it's like I can adapt to the place immediately. Like wherever I go, it's like I feel it's like my home. So I put it myself in here. That's why I'm trying to learn the Maltese language, so that whenever I see Maltese people, I can speak to them in Maltese.
That's a very good idea. Atif, il-fatt li meta barrani jiġi Malta, lilek per eżempju, kemm enitek biex tintegra aħjar fis-soċjetà Maltija? Ġifieri, ovvjament, meta bniedem jidher differenti, għall-ewwel isek tajt mhux illum għax illum il-kulturi tħaltu, ġifieri u naħseb il-Maltin draw, ovvjament, li għandna kultura mħalta. Imma 17-il sena jiena naħseb kienet ftit diffiċli. Kemm tħossok fil-vantaġġ issa li tallimt tikteb bil-Malti, tallimt titkellem sew bil-Malti, kemm enitek?
Naħseb dak iż-żmien kif sewa tajt inti kien sitwazzjoni differenti. Illum għamilna ħafna avans u sirna pajjiż multikulturali u nies minn ħafna pajjiżi huma jiġu f'Malta, għalhekk l-integrazzjoni hija saret faċli minn dak li meta ġejta jien. Naħseb lingwa hija għodda ewlieni biex il-bniedem meta jimurx biex jgħix fi pajjiż, levelu qabel kollox huwa biex għandu biex jitkellem. U ma jistax ikun l-aħjar mod biex nitkellmu fil-lingwa tal-pajjiż. U anke meta nitkellmu bil-lingwa tal-pajjiż, hemm ukoll jagħtina sens ta' belonging. Il-bniedem li jitkellem japprezza, u anke dawk li lokali huma japprezzaw ħafna li l-bniedem ġi fuq dan il-pajjiż u qed jitkellem bħal Maltin. U jien bħala persuna nemmen ħafna li u anke dak huwa t-tagħlim li nħadden jien li għandek bitħobb il-pajjiż huwa parti integrali tal-fidi Iżlamika. Meta ġejt hawnhekk l-imħabba tiegħi kienet sħiħa lejn Malta sakemm nibqa' hawnhekk. L-imħabba tiegħi mhix maqsuma nofs għal pajjiż minn fejn tlaqat u nofs għal Malta, le. Meta ngħix hawnhekk jien nagħti 100% l-imħabba tiegħi lil dan il-pajjiż u meta
tħossok imma hawnhekk li qiegħed f'darek jew le?
100% naħseb kif jgħid Jeffrey, meta jien wasalt f'Malta f'2 ta' Lulju 2007. Meta niżilt fl-aeroport ta' Malta, mill-level ħassejt li kważi ġejt f'pajjiżi għax kien hemm l-umidità kbira f'dak il-ħin, Lulju taf. Imma għax jien ma ġejt li jien qed imur għal Malta għax il-mexej tal-komunità Aħmadija Musulmana huwa batli biex ikun nieħu ħsieb il-komunità hawnhekk. Għalhekk jien kont ġej għal xi lan, mhux bħala l-bniedem u ma konx naf għal jekk niġi għal dejjem jew għal xi snin.
Insomma, għaddew 17-il
Iva
sena.
għaddew u jiena anke jiena persuna li nħobb ħafna ix-xemx, jien persuna ta' xemx dejjem ngħid. U l-temp ta' Malta huwa mill-laqwa naħseb aħna grati illi aħna daqshekk temp mill-iżba fil-Ewropa kollha. Hemm silġ kull imkien, imma aħna ngawdu
U
x-xemx.
t-tfal tiegħek naf li għandek it-tfal hawnhekk jitkellmu bil-Malti.
Iva għandi tifel u tifla, tnej huma jitkellmu bil-Malti, tifel jħobb ħafna futbal huwa kważi Malti għax jaf li kif għandu biex jintegra u għandu ħafna ħabib Maltin. U jaf sew Malta u dejjem għax meta l-bniedem jgħix fi Malta u jħobb il-futbol taf li huwa kważi huwa Malti.
Xarmejn, meta tiltaqa' man-nies għax irridu ngħidu inti taħdem fl-isptar ma jimpurtax ngħid. U tiltaqa' ma' ħafna nies. Ovvjament meta jarawk jgħidu di Ingliża, di barranija hekk tidher Ingliża. Kif int Ingliża, meta tkellimhom bil-Malti ġieli rajt nies li ishom jinħasdu.
Hemm ħafna li jew jgħidu li jien ma nafx bl-Ingliż u ngħidilhom le kellimni bil-Malti. Jew jgħidu li speċjalment fuq it-telefon kif nirrispondi it-telefon bl-Ingliż jew bil-Malti. U jien ngħidilhom kif tridu. But speċi il-biċċa kbira jitkellmu bil-Malti mbagħad.
U kemm intek għax issa ovvjament draw li inti taf bil-Malti u nkasab il-kollegi tiegħek. Li kellmuk bl-Ingliż jew bil-Malti?
Xogħol il-biċċa kbira bil-Malti.
Għax issa draw. Draw. Another aspect that maybe will not help you to learn the Maltese language is that in Malta, since we're multilingual, especially in the English language, it's also in our constitution, we're bilingual, immediately they realize that you are British, they switch to English. So what is your reaction to that? It won't help you. Of course, I can't go to London and speak Maltese. I have to switch. But yourself, it's like you're not really motivated, right, to speak Maltese?
Absolutely. And as a teacher of the English language, we're really encouraged to only speak English. A lot of my friends are Maltese English teachers. So they may speak a little bit of Maltese in the staff room, but in the common areas, we're all encouraged to speak English, to encourage the students, of course. So the only chance I get, I guess, is going to the pub with my Maltese friends and trying to learn a little bit. I'm so impressed with the other guys, and your level of Maltese is fantastic. I really have to aspire to get to that level.
You see, well, you should feel encouraged because all of them didn't know any Maltese, and look where they are now.
But no, it's a fascinating language. I find it so interesting.
But of course, it sounds. What does it sound to you when you hear it?
It does sound like a cross between Italian and Arabic, and
yes.
It's like a beautiful fragrance. You can't quite put your finger on exactly what it is, but and it's very melodic, the Maltese accent.
Okay.
As a musician, I love that, the kind of
because you're also a musician as well.
Yes, yeah.
See, you're multi-talented too. Jeffrey, so now that you are learning Maltese and you work in Malta, would you like to maybe learn more professionally, like a TIFF, like, you know, learning how to write it, on learning, and also what is the message to other foreigners? How important it is to learn the Maltese language?
I'm very impressed with them, like they can really speak well in Maltese. Right now, maybe I can only match like 3 words like Yin, Yosemite, Jeffrey, like that, those simple words. So when I greet them like bonjour, like that, and then they will tell me a lot of words of Maltese, then I said, Shino? Like, I cannot understand.
Well, how do you say it?
Shino? Like, scusani. So I cannot understand well a lot of words of Maltese if they will speak fluently. So my message to the other nationalities, like if they want to work in Malta, is that we need to learn the Maltese language. So people of Malta, like, they will not think that we are here just for the money, but because we respect their country and we respect the people. So that's like Maltese language is not in one day you will learn it. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes love. You need to love the language. You need to give time of it, effort, because it's difficult for other people like me from Philippines. We have a very different language. We are more in Spanish because we have similarities of the words. So yeah, so we need to love. If you want to work in Malta or you want to live in Malta, learn the language. So it will show like we respect the country and we respect the people.
Really beautiful message. And Michael, what is your message to, of course, every country has its own challenges. And sometimes, like you said in your first video that we've seen, that if you don't travel, sometimes you don't understand. But I think you have to really live there. And you've lived in UK, so you know, you can do the comparisons. And you often convey this message like, for the Maltese to appreciate what we have. So what is your message to Maltese people that sometimes they feel like either inferior to their countries because we're very small, and maybe sometimes they feel like they can't reach their full potential here?
Well, there's so many things I could go into besides, you know, the weather, the lower crime rate and things like that. But even just the Italian service gets a bit of a hard rap. And I love it because in London it will cost you about 10 or 11 euros just to take a journey in the morning. So I've gone from taking an hour-long journey across London, expensive journey, to jumping on the free Italian and getting to work. And I know people have different routes and certain routes are busier, but for me the service is fantastic. And not only that, but I get free Wi-Fi. So I can update my TikToks as well and check my notifications. You don't get free Wi-Fi in the UK on buses. So there's so many things. I mean, the size of a country has never determined its greatness. Like, this is a tiny island that stood at the crossroads, you know, of civilizations, shaped global events, and preserved a unique culture all at the same time. And it's a unique culture I observe in, you know, exiles. I love to go to exiles, or the little coffee shops. There's a beautiful culture which Malta has managed to preserve. That's what defines a country, I think. It's pride, its resilience, and there's so much culture. I love the public holidays. I love the marches through the street. I'm walking home. Oh, the road's closed. There's like a brass band playing. I love it.
I think after this program, the tourism sector will try to chase you because it's a very good advert, but also very genuine.
Yes,
that's how you feel.
I have no agenda.
Nobody has paid you to say this is, I know it's genuine. That's why I brought you here. Michael Kilby, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Charmaine Mitzi, Lake Atif, and Jeffrey, thank you so much for being here and for sharing your experiences. Grazzi ħafna l-lum, tal-limt ħafna jien ukoll u vera apprezzajt il-dawn il-persuni li ġew jaqsmu dwar għalfejn jħobbu l-Malta, jitalmu l-Malti, li hija perspettiva ftit differenti biex nifhmu aħjar kif il-barranin jintegraw ukoll għaw Malta. Kuxjenza tistgħu segwuh ukoll fuq Facebook u anki Instagram, kif ukoll jittella ukoll YouTube wara illi jixxandar. Nirringrazzja il-direttur tal-lum Marco Spittieri u lill-kru kollu li għandi fl-istudio u anke fil-kamra tal-kontroll. Nerġa' nkun magħkom il-ġimgħa d-dieħla u grazzi.